Guess what, everybody? It's time for another whackpack Christmas.
I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution.
It just came out! Look at that!
I love it!
And we're back for another installment of After Hours, the Christmas 2024 special. I'm Dave Palumbo with John Romano. It's just the two of us to start off. Like the old days, and
Like the old days.
I got my Grinch shirt on, which I just knocked my microphone off. Hold on.
There are plenty of people who would say that I should be wearing that shirt. And
I know, but I like the Grinch shirt, and this is as merry as it gets, John.
Great shirt.
I'm in a Grinchy mood. I like when I'm with my kids. I like to pretend I'm the Grinch. I'm the Grinch. I'm gonna steal your stealing your gifts.
Stealing your
presents.
present.
Like, no, don't steal the gifts. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna steal the gifts. I'm gonna take all those toys, and I'm gonna
give them away and climb up the chimney.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are you doing for Christmas in the current state condition that you're in?
I don't know. What are us? Like, if anyone who's like a half Jew, at least you have to go get Asian food on Christmas, right? So I probably will go to my local Japanese restaurant that I eat at an awful lot. So
yeah,
I just like it. I like getting out of the house. I don't know.
You eat
unless I have John Romano there cooking me fucking Christmas dinner. I got to get out of the house. If there's a big family gathering, then I'm into that. But if it's not, like if I was up north with my sister and all my aunts and my cousins, I would love to go to one of those little dinners. But if that's not happening, then I'd rather just go out to eat.
Things, when we were kids in the big Italian family, when we had 30 people at dinner and the uncles and the cousins yelling at each other and all of that whole Italian chaos that goes on around the holiday. That's when that's because everybody's dead. I mean, everybody died. I mean,
that's exactly it.
So, you go from 30, 40 people. Now we're down to 5, it's just, you can't get that mood,
We took it for granted. We really did back in the day. I didn't realize how good I had it, and we would all jam into my grandmother's little freaking house. He'd have that pull-out table they'd open up, like
the leaf. The leaf has to go on the table. Right?
40 leaves in the table.
And then you get the card table and the fold-up tables.
Yeah. That was the kids' table. And they had the whole living room was based on the table. You had to like shimmy around the table. And then there was the couch where my grandfather would be planted on that couch. And, I'd sit next to him and he'd tell me the same story that I heard 400 times. And my grandmother would be in the kitchen, which was microscopic. I don't even know how she prepared all that food in that kitchen. They'd have refrigerators outside. They would.
Same with my aunt. The refrigerator was on the thing, not the balcony, the porch, outside the kitchen. The refrigerator was out there. Her kitchen was like 2 phone booths put together. The table sat 30, and then there was the card table, the littler table. There were like 4 other tables that went into the living room and turned the corner.
Right. They had to extend the table depending on who was coming, right?
And the funny thing is that you got the little tiny table with the little tiny chairs, and the moms are sitting there at the little tiny.
Yes.
feeding the kids. And my grandmother's standing up. She never sat down the whole meal.
No, the whole time they stand, and they've been cooking for like 24 hours straight at this point.
Yeah. Yards of aluminum foil. There was more foil to cover the trays than you could ever imagine.
And you see what people don't realize also is in Italian food, after you eat and when everyone's ready to go home, everyone gets something to take home with them too. They pack food, and and I don't even know where she got all the containers from. She had all these like sauce containers, and everyone. It looked like it was professionally packed. We could have. The stuff that they sent you home with, you could have sold to the neighbors. They would have fucking paid top dollar for it,
Yeah, for sure. That's the way it was back then, you know.
Yeah.
Dave, we are a dying breed. There's our generation is it.
I know.
Our kids have no clue what that whole family, was like, where you had literally 30 family members in one room. Now you're lucky to get 3.
No, it's 100% right. 100% right. Did I send you that what it means how to be Italian in New York? Did I send you that video?
I think a while ago. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was like a couple days ago.
Oh no,
I gotta play it when Valentino comes on, because he actually commented on the thread. So I'll wait till he comes on and we'll play that. But these Italian guys went in the city and they were basically like showing this guy what it is to be Italian in the city. How you go to coffee shop and he's like, oh, we can just go to Starbucks. He goes, Italians don't go to Starbucks. And then he pulls his credit card out. He goes, we don't pay with credit cards. We pay cash.
Cash. Well, you go to Mulberry Street.
People cross the street and they're like waiting for he's like, we got to wait for the light. He goes, we don't wait for lights. I was doing that in California when I was out there the other day, and people were looking at me like I was crazy because they'll give you a ticket for
jaywalking. Yep.
You could rob the grocery store, but you can't walk across the street if the light hasn't changed.
Do you know why they call it jaywalking?
No.
It's got nothing to do with what they give you a ticket for now. Jaywalking used to be when you cross the street, instead of getting to the sidewalk on the other side, you would make a J and go to turn to cross the other street. So you cross one street and then cross the other street without getting to the sidewalk, then that's a crime.
I got you. Because New Yorkers, we don't go to the corner and then cross at the crossing light. We just cross the street in the middle,
wherever,
and whenever we want. We just run across. That's par for the. I didn't even know anything about jaywalking. I thought that's how everyone crossed the street.
I didn't know there was anything wrong with it until I moved to LA and got a ticket for it. Are you kidding?
I can't control myself. I still do it. We don't wait for lights.
I still can't believe I got a ticket for crossing the street on my feet. I walked across the street and got a ticket. How does that happen? I mean,
I don't know. I would love to know who came up with that idea. But now, like I said, with the fact that they let you rob stores now and they don't come after you, but they're going to give you a ticket for crossing the street is ludicrous.
Well, that shit's all coming to a screeching halt now because even Adams is on the ropes now over what's going on. The last thing where that illegal alien lit up the girl on fire and killed her.
I know. It was terrible.
That was a straw that broke the camel's back. You watch what happened.
That was terrible. That was terrible.
Absolutely awful.
No, I know. So the holidays are here, and it seems like I went to Mel's show this past weekend. Mel's show is the last show now of the year. They used to have that Excalibur used to be the last show. I think Mel's show is now the last show of the year, which is great because it's in Punta Gorda. It's right around the corner from me.
Right.
And he had a great turnout. He had over 500 people across.
Did he really?
So Weinberger was there. It was
500 people competing.
There was like 300, but there was like crossover. So he got 500 entry fees, which is crazy for his show in Punta Gorda.
Yeah.
It's not like we're in a very crazy area.
I used to live in
from everywhere. Oh, you did?
Yep.
So weird.
Yep, I used to live. And it is the quintessential town, or it was, where you would drive down the streets and see these houses and just immediately know everybody's living here waiting to die.
No, not anymore. It's a lot of young people now. So
Yeah, no, now it's but back then it was. There was when I was
Yeah.
first going through custody battles with Max and moving back.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
20 years ago. Yeah,
Right.
it was.
Yeah,
Totally,
it's a cute town. I prefer Cape Coral, but it's nice to go there. He's got a really nice convention center there, the Charlotte Convention Center,
Mhm.
and so he does it there, and it's the perfect venue. It's really nice.
Well, this Punta Gorda, the next town up is what, Port Charlotte?
Port Charlotte, yeah.
That's
He
a
lives in
little bigger
Northport.
and a little nicer, right?
Well, this is Punta Gorda, but Punta Gorda is perfect for the show because there's like little hotels around there if you had to stay, and then the convention center is beautiful. It's not huge, but the venue is perfect for the bodybuilding show.
Yeah,
And they love, Mel is friends with everyone. They love him there, and they take care of him. And there's a lot of nice restaurants and little bars around that area. It's a cute area. Like I said, I think that it's like I said, I wouldn't want to live in that area myself. But it's funny because I actually was at a bar there. This is going back maybe about 8 months now. And I think I told the story on the show. And this woman comes up to me and she's like, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "Who's asking?" and she's like, I said, "Dave Palumbo." She's like, "Oh my God, I'm your cousin." And it turned out to be some long lost cousin of mine.
Get
my
out of
uncle, my father's brother had got knocked up some woman in the hair salon or something like that he worked at, and that was the kid, and she was the kid. And she found her father. She didn't even know, but she found out. She thought her father was her father. Turned out she did one of those ancestry things and found out. And then she, I guess, tracked down some people on Facebook, and she found my cousins. And then she had found me. I think she had reached out to me, and I forgot. But I just walked in, and she recognized me, and she's like, "Holy Matt, what are you doing here?" I said, "What are you doing here?" She's like, "Oh, I moved down here from New York." And I said, "Wow, what a small world that is." So she's in Punta Gorda.
That was culture shock, moving from Puerto Vallarta to Punta Gorda.
You know who else I met? A mutual friend of ours down there, and because I saw the picture, Bill Heron. Yeah. We got to give him a shout out.
Yeah,
Big Bill Heron.
Yep.
Yeah. He was. We both worked with him, and he was at the show because he's now living full time in Port Charlotte. He's actually working out at Muscle Asylum Gym, which is my good friend John owns, and it's a great gym. Very hardcore. I wish they were in Cape Coral. It's a little bit of a hike for me to go up to Port Charlotte to work out there, but they're like bodybuilder focused. There's everyone competes in there. It's like very, they have a posing room in there. It's great.
So are you closer to Naples or the other way, north?
Yeah, I'm close. I'd be more towards Naples than those guys in Port Charlotte and North. Mel's in Northport. That's more towards Sarasota and Tampa. So I'm going more south. I'm just north of Naples.
Naples. So you're right. You're right by Alligator Alley then.
Yeah, I'm about 45 minutes north of there. Yeah, which is good because I can kind of access the East Coast easy. Yeah, and I'm south enough that we never have like cold weather, at all. Whereas Tampa gets cold sometimes,
Yeah. Oh, the highest speeds I ever achieved in a vehicle were on the
Alligator Alley.
Alligator Alley.
Yeah, because there's very
few curves in the whole thing. It's a straight thing for miles. Then it makes this S curve, and then it goes straight again to Fort Lauderdale. It's incredible.
Merry Christmas, Dominic Latella from Australia. So I'm going to give him a shout out. I don't know if he's watching, but he's just texting me. So they like my Grinch shirt. Yeah. I got the Grinch shirt purposely for Christmas. I bought it when I was in California, actually, believe it or not. I saw it. I'm like, holy shit, I got to get this for the Christmas show.
Yeah. I actually, next year I'm going to have a Grinch shirt too.
You got to get one. Yeah. Back in the day, we would have done a Christmas special. We would have done we would have acted out something.
Yep.
I'm going to dig up all those old skits that we did back in the day.
We did some really funny ones. The Thanksgiving one where we all dressed up like pilgrims. Yeah. We did that one.
Yeah. Oh, there's
the Halloween one was pretty amazing. What's up? I mean,
what's up, Amin? You're muted though.
You're muted.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, Merry Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Good.
So that was, by the way, that was a great show. I don't know if anyone had caught the show. We did it. Amin brought Roger Stone on. We did a really good interview with him. I thought that was one of my favorites that we've done. With,
that was a great show.
Yeah. He really did great. I've watched a lot of Roger's interview, but he really did great on that interview. And then
he was firing on all cylinders on that show.
And then he went to Arizona and he gave a speech there too with Trump and they're getting the whole gang together. Let's make it.
I was going to say it's like Trump is reassembling his whack pack now too.
Yeah. Kind of is. Yeah, no, that's really cool that Roger pays attention to us, man. He could, that's really great.
Can you imagine if one of us, like, let's say I got elected, like some kind of like governor or something, and I brought in the whole whack pack as as my cabinet.
As your cabinet? That would be more of a freak show than Biden's cabinet.
Can you imagine George, Mr. G, in the cabinet?
What position would he hold, George?
I don't know. He would have to be like
physical fitness,
something of physical fit. He'll be screaming. They'll be like, "Did you see what your secretary of fitness did the other day?" I'm like, "No, what did he do?" Oh, he was carrying on and arguing with his brother, and they captured it it's on C-SPAN. I'm like, "What?"
He did a news conference in a wig and a feather boa.
Yeah. He'd be like Billy. Remember Billy Carter, Jimmy Carter's brother, who was off.
The beer drinking.
Embarrassing shit to him. Yeah, he was crazy.
Jimmy the Bull. Who would Jimmy be?
Jimmy would be like Giuliani. He'd be like the
Jimmy would be the Secretary of Defense.
Yes, Secretary of Defense. Jimmy the Bull.
That's where I'd put him easily.
Oh my! John would definitely be my Secretary of State for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
And
I'll get the deals done.
Yeah. Wow. I'm trying to think who would be the vice president now. I have to get. What would Valentino be? That would be even a better one.
What would Sid be?
Vice president.
Sid would be vice president. Yes, Sid would be vice president. Yeah, because I need
someone
someone who's calm. Yeah. We need a clear head.
Vice president. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd be sending John everywhere as a diplomat, and then
we should actually do this. We should actually give everybody their assignment. What they do, and then have a show would be a day in the government of Dave Palumbo, and then each of us have our little skit. That we got to show that this is what we do.
Yeah, Jimmy would be Secretary of Defense. Yeah, he'd have to be
online. He'd be in line at the DMV stomping some guy's head into the
going off on him. I love it.
You would be you'd be like my envoy to like Russia or something like that. We'd have to send you over there to the Middle East. Yeah. or maybe Health and Human Services. You could take.
There you go. There you go.
Your job would be to make everything legal.
Right. He'd be in charge of dispensing kratom.
That's it. No, everything's legal. Every drug is legal.
Now we have an RDA for kratom. Thanks to
we might have to put Armand and Amin on that job together. They might have to have like a dual role in that, doing that.
Absolutely. I love it.
We want to legalize everything. We don't want anything to be illegal.
No, Armand would be in charge. You would be the secretary of sex workers.
Can you? Yeah, we can make like prostitution legal, like they have in Amsterdam.
Yeah, have him be in charge.
Can you imagine if drugs and sex were all legal?
Yeah, you mean like in
Think
Amsterdam?
about how much money the government would make taxing all that stuff.
Yeah, ask Amsterdam. Don't they do that in Amsterdam? Ask them.
Yes. It would solve the national debt problem overnight. If they legalized. As my father would say, the problem is we are a puritanical nation. We were founded by Puritans that came over, right? The Pilgrims, they were all Puritans. They're too prude. They can't handle any kind of like anything that's too crazy. So they would never legalize drugs, and they would never legalize sex.
But now it's evolved to where all these people have OnlyFans pages, so they would have.
But think about it: if prostitution was legal, but like in Amsterdam, you have to get health checks. I mean, there's like
the whole thing.
You have to pay taxes and stuff like that. It's all government controlled, and that they tax it all. And then you go into the bars there, you buy marijuana. In Amsterdam, you go into the convenience stores there and you can buy magic mushrooms. It's like a 7-Eleven, and you can pick out which ones you want.
Crazy. It's crazy.
It's nuts.
And they're raw and they're big. They're not all dried up.
I know. Wow, $9.99. We got a good tip for Christmas here.
That's big.
If I'm finding it hard to push myself to go to train, even with taking a strong pre-workout, is AM, PM best to train, and how do I reignite that fire? You want to take that, Amin?
Sure. I think AM is the best time to train personally, because I think bodybuilding is about recovery. And I think if you break down in the morning, you have all day to recover, you eat all day to recover, and then you sleep better at night. So if you can, that's in bed. Some people morning is still after a couple meals. It's not just first thing in the morning, but it's still in the first morning quarter or third of your day. And then in the evening, if you have extra time, do some cardio.
You make a good point. I'm not a morning person myself. I hate the morning, but sometimes I have to get up early to do things, and I'll go to the gym, and I actually wind up having a good workout, even though I feel like I'm not going to have a good workout. But I have a good workout, and when I leave the gym, I'm in a really good mood the rest of the day.
Right,
and
because you've secreted all the brain chemistry.
Yeah, so you don't need to amp yourself up with a million pre-workouts. Once you get to the gym, that endorphins start to flow, because in the morning you're even if you only had 4 hours of sleep, you still have some rest in you. If you had 4 hours of sleep and then you go to the gym after you're awake for 6 hours, you're going to be exhausted by the time you get there. Yeah. So I think you're right. I think for people who have motivation problems or have energy issues, go early, get it over with. Drink a shake before you go to the gym, train, and then have a meal after that. I guarantee you the rest of your day will be a lot better.
Absolutely.
How do you do it, John?
I have a bit of a different view on that.
Okay.
I trained in the morning for decades, and and a lot of it with a training partner. Now that I'm at this phase where I couldn't fathom having a training partner. The training at night is just, I find the motivation is greater. Well, first of all, you have to have a motivating environment. So the time of the gym, the time you go to the gym has to be the time that the people you like to be around while you're training go. So it's like a little community that's there at the same time, more or less every day. And I find that is my motivating factor, because it's like I'm training with my boys. We joke around.
I like that also.
It's like a community, and that to me is what motivates me to train. It's like, because I can train in my basement. I have a full gym there. I could train there every day, but I don't, because I want the interaction with the people around me, and I find that.
Right, but there's always a good morning crowd though at the gym too. I find there's a morning crowd there. There's a morning and an afternoon crowd.
That's what I'm saying. You got to find that time zone.
Right.
Where it doesn't matter if it's morning or night. You got to find the time zone that clicks with you based on who's there.
Right.
So you get a good crew in at a certain time. It could be in the middle of the day. I don't care. Yeah. But if there are people that you get along with, you have fun with, you're happy to see every day. You bust on each other. You have fun. You laugh. You joke. That's the essence of going to the gym. That's why you go. Otherwise, train at home.
Right. No, you're right. You're right. And you know what the funny thing is? Back in the day, I enjoyed going in the afternoon because I liked to get a few meals in me because I felt stronger and fuller. But I was lifting maximum weights. Nowadays, like for the question is really for motivation and energy. Yeah. I think morning is the best time to go. If that's not an issue for you and you want to feel the strongest, probably after 3 or 4 meals is going to be a much better option for you if you can do that. So.
I totally agree. I think people that want to train and be stronger, like have a stronger lift and stuff like that, they should train in the after several meals in the evening and get good rest between each set so you can lift stronger. If you're going for that kind of faster, more intense workout, then you could do it in the morning and just break down the muscle, do the drop sets, and get on. See,
I always thought the cardio was better in the morning because you do it fasted. So if you do cardio, you do it in the morning because you just not only do you get it out of the way, but you're getting that fasted, fat burning, element.
I would do that 3 days a week.
Yeah. So then, have a few meals, spend the day, and then you come back and train at night with weights. That's where it works. Right. So everybody's different. You got to find your groove. You got to find what works for you. It's all different.
Also, I think that a lot of people, going back to the question, which was, it seems like the pre-workouts are not working for this person. Sometimes we have too much, there's the parasympathetic nervous system, which kind of calms us down. And then there's the sympathetic nervous system that kind of amps us up. That's the one that uses adrenaline. When you're under stress a lot, your sympathetic is very high. When you're, just on too many stimulants, Your sympathetic's a little too high. So sometimes you want to balance it too. So sometimes if you have too much stimulation, that's not good. And because what happens is you get used to that too much stimulation and it doesn't do anything for you.
Right.
You can never, and you can't go beyond that, the most heightened stimulation you're at. So you just never feel good. So my suggestion is pull back on the stimulants a little bit, try to relax a little bit, and whether you have to meditate or do something that helps, I was talking to a person today. We were talking about meditation and breathing, and just even doing just some 10 minutes of deep breathing exercises a day will calm you down a little bit. And then your body can start reacting to the higher levels of stimulation. But I think some people are up here already, and there's nowhere they can go anymore. And this feels normal now to them. So they never, ever can feel amped up. I don't do any stimulants. I drink a half a cup of coffee. I feel like I did a line of cocaine. I mean, I'm so stimulated. It's unbelievable.
You still do the 15 minutes in the car with your eyes closed in the gym parking lot?
So if I'm training later in the day, in the morning, I don't need to do that. But you know what I do now? I swim at night. I've been swimming. I went on Team one of my favorite new websites. I wish I was sponsored, but I'm not.
That's my favorite.
I bought a wetsuit, John, because it's a little chilly in Florida. Sometimes it gets down at night, a little cold. I bought a wetsuit for $25. It normally goes for like $300 on Amazon. And I put the wetsuit on, my black wetsuit. I go outside in the pool, and doesn't matter how cold it is. I jump in the water, and Mr. G told me this because the wetsuit, keeps you warm. And I swim. I'll do 10 laps, take a break, 10 laps, take a break. I built up to it. I was only able to do 2 laps originally, but I'll do 40 laps total. It takes me about 20 minutes. And you know what? I'm so calm after this. I come in, I take a shower, I eat a meal, my last meal, and I'm ready to go to sleep. It relaxes me. All the stress from the day is gone. And it's almost like a meditation type of thing. I'm not trying to break any records in the pool. I'm just doing it to get into a rhythmic breathing type of situation.
Right. The deep breathing, I think everybody should start their morning off with deep breathing. I think you should get up in the morning, and I think you should do series of the deep breathing, kind of a Wim Hof technique if people are familiar with that.
Show them what you're talking about, because I was going to mention that too. Go ahead.
It depends on your method, but you can do 10 deep breaths, and on the 10th one, hold it.
Right.
Exhale slow, and then do it again.
The version I saw, they said, if you want to change your life, this is what you do every morning. It's very simple. And you know what? I started doing this. When you get up to brush your teeth, instead of using your right hand, if you use your right hand, use your left hand.
Yep.
Then do 25 deep breaths.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
25 in a row, and hold the last one, for 30 seconds or so.
Were you learning to breathe in through the mouth? I was learning inhale through the nose.
Well, they said in this technique, I heard this guy talk about, it's in and out through the mouth. It doesn't matter. You want to just get the breath in as fast as possible. And then look in the mirror and say, I love you. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you 10 times.
Very important.
Those 3 things every morning. It takes 20 seconds. It takes 2 minutes, rather. You do that every morning, it'll change your life.
What's with the toothbrush in the other hand? I don't understand that one.
Because it changes your brain, the way you think.
Making you more ambidextrous, so you can use both sides. So, and it's also that you become into a habit. And doing anything to break that habit consciously, not unconsciously, makes the brain create more BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor.
But you're creating a new habit. You're creating a new habit by brushing.
You're not creating a new habit. You're breaking the habitual way of doing it one way.
Because your instinct is to normally use the right hand all the time. Yeah.
But then you get to the point where you're doing it normally with the other hand. Then you got to switch back.
That'd be very difficult to see if you could master your left hand as good as your right if you're right-handed. That's what you're striving for. You're striving to actually make both sides even.
When I had my my right shoulder done, I was so good with my left hand after a while, doing everything. It was like brushing my hair. It was almost like more. I was even throwing. When I got the left shoulder done originally, I was throwing the football with my left hand. I was throwing a baseball, and I was actually good at it. It was crazy. So if you practice, you can definitely get the other side working as good as the.
I think the hardest thing to do would be either throwing darts or writing cursive with the other hand.
Yeah, writing
cursive would be hard. Yeah, that would be hard.
Write cursive with the correct hand.
Most kids watching don't even know what a cursive is,
You know,
John. They don't even
I
have a
hated
clue.
that. When I was in third grade, they taught us cursive. I hated
Yeah.
it. I
Me
did it
too.
the whole third grade that I had to, and in fourth grade I went right back to printing, and I have been printing
Yeah.
ever since.
I like printing too. But you got to learn to sign your name. How do kids nowadays sign their name if they don't learn cursive?
They don't know what a paper and pen is, so I don't know how they
that's
do that.
true. Yeah, right. They take the cursive font on the computer and they use that.
They
Yeah,
use that.
You know, I just tried a new pre-workout from for Poland supplements called ATP, and I got it because the formula sounded good, but it has 300 milligrams of caffeine in it, and for me that's
a lot of caffeine. Oh yeah, way too much.
And so I took it, not even pre-workout. I just put in my intra-workout drink, and I was drinking it through the workout.
Right.
And I found like I was towards the end, I was like having trouble breathing, catching my breath between sets just because of the overstimulated.
Wow.
I believe it.
Way too much caffeine for me.
Yeah, but for most people it is. I mean, you shouldn't have to use 300 milligrams of caffeine to get yourself going. I mean, that's a lot of caffeine.
Yeah, I don't know why they have to load everything with so much damn caffeine.
Because people like it. They're stimulant junkies. That's why. The key is not.
I don't think that's a lot of caffeine. I mean, that's 2 cups
in one shot.
It's 2 cups of
coffee.
coffee.
A cup of coffee is 80 grams of caffeine.
No,
80 milligrams of caffeine.
It could be 100, 150. To Starbucks, Starbucks is 200.
Yeah, that's like 3 cups of coffee in one swig. You know, that's too much.
I think people build tolerances to caffeine like everything else. So if you don't take it often, and then you do take it, then you're going to be overwired. But people that drink coffee all day, they're just used to it.
But Larry, what happens is your brain gets used to it, your central nervous system gets acclimated, but your heart is still continuing to beat faster and faster and faster. So the heart is still responding to the caffeine, which is not good.
Yeah, I know. I just noticed like between sets, I'm like, geez, I'm having like waiting to catch my breath, and I never do that.
You're in tachycardia probably. Think about it. I know guys, they get on the treadmill and their heart rate before they even start going is like 130 beats a minute. I'm like, you're going to die. I said, wow. You know,
that's nuts.
It's nuts. Yeah, it's very scary. What's up? What's up, Armand?
I didn't know we started early today.
John and I just did it as a little. We wanted to kick things off a little earlier, so I just did it with him for old time's sake. Now I'm hoping Jimmy the Bull is supposed to come on. I think everyone should just text him and say, "Get on here," because he's been telling me he's got 600 stories to tell. I said, you better get on here and tell these stories because otherwise no one's going to care by the time next year rolls around. So
did you guys see Derek Lunsford's little thing about going into the Arnold?
Well, I know he's doing the Arnold, but what did he say about it?
About his grandmother's passing and her her last wish was for him to win the Olympia again and do the Arnold.
Oh, that's pretty cool. His grandmother even knew about bodybuilding. That's great.
Well, she's a big fan. She used to go to all the shows wearing his T-shirts and everything.
Look at this guy, heavy drive.
$20. We never got that much money before.
Merry Christmas from Maryland. Another year of entertainment. I drive and own trucks just like Jimmy. Listen when driving every week. Also, 8 ounces of Red Bull, sugar-free is perfect. 80 milligrams. I agree. I think Red Bull has it right. Yeah.
Dave, $20. I bet Lee Priest is regretting his decision now.
Yeah,
that's right. He's got no royalties on this one. Yeah, exactly.
No royalties for Lee.
He could have got a whole $3 from that one. You know, he blew it, man. Thank you, Heavy Drives, and I'm glad we can entertain you.
Yep,
that's awesome. That's awesome. We have a lot of loyal listeners. As a matter of fact, when I go, it's so funny when I go to stores sometimes and I'm just walking around, people they'll stop and do a double take and they'll be like, "Dave Palumbo?" Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah." Love After Hours, man. Watch it every week. You know, I'm like, "You do?" I'm still shocked when people tell me they listen to this show. I can't believe it. It's.
That happens to me here in bumfuck South Carolina. I just I
can't believe how many people watch this show.
I was in CVS a couple of days ago. He goes, "You're John Romano," and I go, it catches you so off guard because you just don't expect it.
Guys, that used to happen to me, but now I get that.
What?
They tell their friend, look, it's him. They used to say hi. Now
Yeah.
I'll ask for autographs soon. It's all right.
I only thought there was 10 people to watch the show, but evidently there's a lot more because I do have people come up to me. I was at this Embers Korean steakhouse. My friend Chris Kritchuko took me out to dinner last night, and it was fucking. If you're ever in Fort Myers, you got to try Embers. It's Embers Korean steakhouse or something like that. They like cook the food in front of you, and they have sushi there too, but it's freaking phenomenal.
Was it an all-you-can-eat deal?
It's not an all-you-can-eat deal, but the food is freaking unreal there. And like these Korean grills, they're weird because you know how like when you go for hibachi and they cook in front of you and you leave the restaurant and you stink like the food because they're basically lighting fires that are like basically glowing onto you, all the food and the onions, everything. The grill sucks the heat and exhaust out the bottom, so you don't even see the food cooking.
It's the
you don't even realize,
right? It's the round metal.
Yeah,
one
it's
with
like a
the
little
sticks
metal.
in it.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah. We call it Korean barbecue in Colorado.
It's Korean barbecue. That's exactly what it is. And the great thing is that two of the waiters were bodybuilders, and so they kept coming. Different guys kept switching and cooking for us, and they were like, and we were just bullshitting the whole time about working out. And they all watched the shows, and it was really funny. And I'd never been in there, and so it was super cool. I'm just like I said, I'm still so surprised that people like this show. But they do. Speaking of people who like the show, what's up, Greg? Merry Christmas.
Hey, guys. What's going on? Merry Christmas and have a blessed New Year.
Oh, look at you. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't see the link till like a couple minutes ago. I thought it was going to be at 12.
We started early, Greg.
Yeah, we started a little early. Yeah,
I didn't see.
Yeah.
I didn't see that you sent it. What's going on?
Well, we were talking earlier about what goes on at Italian Christmas dinners, and I was going to get your take, but I want to play this video from that you commented on. I sent you the link to it on Instagram because I think it's great about the Italians in New York City. Let me play this. Hold on.
Oh, that was a great video.
Things first, you get yourself a nice Italian cup of coffee in the morning.
Okay, yeah, why don't we just go to Starbucks? I bet it's good.
What are you fucking with us?
No.
What's next? We're gonna get the pumpkin pie, pumpkin spice bullshit. No, we're gonna take you for a real fucking respect. Real Italian coffee, that's right. Gives you a little bit of insomnia. You'll be up for fucking 2-3 days.
What do you mean 3 days?
Come on, let's go.
You guys gonna wait for the light?
Wait for the light. We're Italian. I haven't waited for a light in 20 fucking years. What's next? Get by your truck.
All right, guys, let me get this on my card.
Hold your horses. When you're Italian and you're in New York, you pay cash. Thought he wanted to be Italian. He wants to put it on his credit card.
Here goes some.
He wants to appear to be Italian.
Thank you.
Got a lot of dollar pizza joints around here. You got to understand something. Got to get the right slice of pizza. Come on, look at that fucking thing. It's a real Italian slice. It's a piece of basil in the middle. There's fucking shredded Parmesan cheese. It's fucking tasty. Yeah, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. You're going to go over there and get a fucking dollar slice that tastes like cardboard in my ass. You're Italian in New York. You don't take shit from nobody. A lot of people stare, but you know what you tell them? Then what the fuck are you looking at? You stare right back. Ask them what their problem.
Okay.
They got the problem, not you. You're fine.
Okay.
It's their problem.
I can do that. Hey, what the fuck you staring at, pal? You douchebag!
Practically fucking Italian.
I got it.
They're good for you.
Today the boys are going to show us how to be Italian in.
Is that Jimmy's nephew?
I thought it was Derek Anthony when I first heard it.
First of all, the first thing I noticed was the slice of pizza was that big.
Yeah, it was very small, that pizza, Greg. You're right.
When I go to a pizza place, I tell the guy, yo, no, excuse me. Hey, no. I want that one. I got to give me the biggest slice. I'm not fucking.
If you remember the original raised pizza on 6th Avenue and 11th Street, you'd have to get 2 plates. The slice, they give you 2 paper plates with the slice on it. It was so big.
It's still like that. You listen. Some places they give you a nice slice, but I always tell them which slice I want. You know what I mean? Give me that one right there. I'm like, give me that little fucking thing that's this big.
Do you know in Florida, or at least where I am, you can't buy a slice of pizza. You got to buy the whole pie. They don't sell the pizza by the slice. Yeah, I never heard that before. They don't sell pizza by the slice.
To go. In some places they do it to stay. You can get a slice.
Yeah.
But you can't here in South Carolina. There's only one place where you can get a slice, but you got to eat.
There's only like 1 or 2 in around here too.
No one even knows what a slice means, John. Yeah.
Are you serious? That's the stupidest fucking thing ever.
You can't buy a
It's the biggest money maker too.
You can't buy a hot dog. You can't buy a slice. You can't buy a.
What's a slice cost in Manhattan now? I bet you it's like $10 for a slice of pizza.
Yeah, they're like $4 and shit or $5.
Oh, they are?
Depends on where. It depends on where you go. But come on, when I was younger, you can get a whole pie for $5. A large pie was like $6, $7.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I used to eat off the Sabre hot dog cart. Lunch was hot dogs and
$4. $4 for a slice. You're right, Greg. You're right.
Yeah, it's $4. It's insane. I mean, it's crazy.
Sparrows had some good slices because they would have they would put pasta on there. They would do all kinds of different stuff, toppings on the pizza too.
It cost probably $1 to make a whole entire pizza.
Is that really what it costs? Wow.
Well, now with with all the bullshit, this fucking economy shit. I think that's what it is. The mozzarella, dude. I used to get a regular brick of mozzarella, right? I used to get it. I got it. Before the pandemic, it was like $1.45 at Walmart, right? Just a regular, the regular brick size. Now that same, you go to Walmart, that same brick is like $4.50, $5. It's insane.
Yeah.
I just got grated cheese. Hold on, I'll fucking show you it. I just got grated cheese. Hold on. Fuck that shit.
He found it. He found it on his neighbor's curb.
Yeah.
They were throwing it out.
The statue was holding it.
No. First of all, if you're gonna get grated cheese, you don't get that shit to have. That's no self-respect.
First of all, the biggest mistake you're making is you're buying it already grated. You don't buy it.
Wait a minute, I go with it graded for me. But listen,
you got to buy it in a
you can't get that shit. These other guys, they'll get this. Oh, look at Parmesan cheese. But it's
$20. Look at that, Greg. $20 from
another one.
Thank you.
Wow.
We might get $100 before the show's out.
I think that's the high. Isn't that
send his lawyer after you, Dave?
But
yeah, I'm gonna have to send you guys at least $1 each. Otherwise,
dude, I get the fresh grated cheese, the Cello Romano, right?
You get the Romano or you get the?
No, I like the Romano. I don't. Parmesan's good too, but I like
Locatelli Romano.
It's got to be fresh grated. Either I like Locatelli Romano. That's Cello Romano because that's one they had yesterday. I like all of them, but that shit's like fucking $17 for shit like this big.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy.
Wow. I bought a hunk of Parmesan the other day. The Parma, the good. I mean.
Parmigiano
Reggiano.
Yeah.
And it was not even half a pound. It was a little tiny piece. And it was $9.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Dude,
we're in the wrong business.
John's right. Yeah. He's talking about a piece that's like that.
Yeah.
You want to stand there, grate that shit. But I in my fucking family, we put this whole goddamn thing in one.
Wow.
It just goes on one fucking plate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. $4.99 from Johnny Appleseed's here.
Wow.
Dave, I was recently prescribed Adderall. So is it better to train in the morning with no stims, then take the Adderall after school for work? Need some regimen now. I would say take it in the morning. Doesn't it last a while?
Yeah, I would take it in the morning, but I wouldn't start taking it in the first place unless you really need it.
Adderall.
How about take it how your doctor prescribed it?
Adderall's amphetamine.
How long does Adderall last in your body, Armand?
I'm not sure. I've only taken Adderall, I think, 3 times in my life because I don't like any stimulants.
It lasts a long time because it's like 5 amphetamines in one.
Yeah,
you want to take
all
it
day.
in the morning. You want to take it in the morning, though. You don't want to take it, after
you
that.
take it later, you won't be able to sleep.
You have trouble sleeping. Yeah.
I thought it was like a 12-hour type of thing. Yeah.
I think so.
Let's see.
Take the Romano cheese right there.
There you go. Yeah, you don't need that. Thank you, Johnny Apple.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 9 and 14 hours, between 9 and 14 hour half-life.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Let's give it to kids to last the whole day in school.
I thought they give that to hyperactive kids. Why do you give an amphetamine to a hyperactive child?
Because because their brain is firing too fast. It slows. It actually makes them focus better.
It's like a pinball machine on tilt. That's what they say, right? The brain's going so much. If you throw in the Adderall, it just knocks them into.
If you need it, it works. If you don't need it, it will make you feel like just like cracked out.
Right. So if you're normal, you take Adderall, you get cracked out. If you're ADHD, you take Adderall, it calms you down.
Just take fucking Primatine.
I took it for some tests before in college, and I felt terrible. I did worse. It was like I was just couldn't sit still and concentrate.
Right. I think a lot of the kids who are on Adderall today should not be on it.
No,
I can just tell you like this. I took it and I thought it was great, and then I gave myself Crohn's.
No.
Oh, wow. Stressed out your body too much. Yeah. Too much. Remember we talked about parasympathetic versus sympathetic? Too much sympathetic. Not good.
And for some people, I tried it once, maybe very angry and just angry.
Agitated, yeah,
agitated, angry, just really not good.
Pre-workout,
wait a minute,
any pre-workout will make me agitated. Like any stimulant pre-workout, I'm
very
agitated.
Same here. Yeah. Don't drink coffee very much at all. Like maybe once or twice a week.
I want to ask Larry, how did Crohn? How did you get Crohn's from that? Isn't it Crohn's where your intestines like shrink?
It's an autoimmune disease now.
Basically, you're just it's an autoimmune thing where you get your intestines get too much inflammation, and it's just from too much stress on your body. And basically, what I did, I was opening a new gym, and I had been negotiating a lease for a long time, and I finally signed the lease 2 weeks before January 1st. So I had 2 weeks to get open because I wanted to be open by January 1st. So I took Adderall and I stayed up working like 24/7 for 2 weeks.
Well, you stressed
straight.
your body out. Yeah, you stressed.
I didn't eat right, and I just was working around the clock, moving equipment and setting up this place. And I did get the gym open by January 1st, and then immediately after that, as soon as the gym opened, I went straight into heavy training, and 1 week later, I got Crohn's.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit! Really?
Too much.
Yep.
Too much.
Yeah, you really can't induce Crohn's because Crohn's is autoimmune, meaning the immune system is attacking a certain portion of your colon, and it starts destroying it. And obviously, as it's attacking it, it's causing massive inflammation, bleeding, and stuff like that.
Fuck.
So they have to give you like prednisone or stuff to suppress your immune system to stop that reaction. And then hopefully, you can rebuild the area that was damaged with taking probiotics and good fiber supplements and stuff like that. So that's how you go into remission with that type of a situation.
Yeah, I was going to say, David,
he's always going to deal with that because he's got antibodies against part of his colon. So.
Right. So
I
it
don't even have a colon.
flare up, but it doesn't.
Oh, you had yours removed? Oh,
yeah, I had my colon completely removed when I was 20 years old.
Oh, I didn't know
Holy
that.
shit!
And I
John Meadows.
blame that 100% on contest prep and Trenbolone.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yep.
You know what it is? If you have a predisposition to have colitis, whether it be Crohn's or ulcerative colitis or even just regular colitis, taking drugs like Trenbolone that stimulate, the central nervous system and the intestinal tract, which is part of the central nervous system, is only going to make it worse. So the problem, there are a lot of people that live with Crohn's and ulcerative colitis, but what happens is they get flare-ups of it. And it's usually, like Larry said, based on stress, not sleeping enough, stress in their life, and all of a sudden it kicks the immune system into hyper gear, and then they start having a flare-up of it. So the key is to keep that inflammation down, keep the immune system from getting too stressed out, and then you don't have those flare-ups. But some people, like Larry, obviously he had to have it removed because it just was that bad, probably.
It was destroyed. I literally destroyed it.
Yeah.
I went into emergency surgery, and if I didn't get there that night, they said I would have died.
Wow. Yeah, probably would have perforated. It would have perforated. Yeah.
Do you shit your brains out and stuff? I mean, I shit my brains out, so.
And you have a colon, Greg. That's the funny thing.
I do.
Well, actually, I've gotten it to be under control just by I have to be like super strict with my diet. Like you guys are talking about pizza. I can't touch a pizza for my life. There's no way.
Yeah, well, the lactose probably kills you. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I don't like about when
no, it's the gluten. I can't touch gluten. Gluten just ruins me.
I hate you got to worry about
the main thing is like I got to keep stress to a minimum. And what I mean by that, I mean not workout stress, but like just life stress.
Yeah.
And sleep is super important. If I don't get my sleep, after a few days I start having issues.
So you know what you should do? Watch a lot of Dave and Chris Aceto. You watch a lot.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Like tired and mellow, and it'll make you sleep better.
We have a question from a female. I think it's a female. What's the best?
Probiotics are really helping a lot, but you got to be careful not to take too many of them. I was taking too much probiotics, and that was causing diarrhea. So I had to cut back a little bit.
Larry, if you're like me, you got it. First thing I do wherever I go is like, okay, the bathroom is that way. Okay, so because I'm, no matter what.
You're a typical old Italian man. That's what all old Italian men do. My father used to come watch me play sports. The first thing he was doing is scouting out where the fucking toilet was so he could take a leak.
I
gotta
love
take
your
a leak.
father.
I got to take a leak, Dad. Dave, I'll be back. And he
I
would go
love
into
your
the woods someplace. He would disappear into the woods. He looked like the guy. You remember the movie Meet Joe Black, John?
Yeah.
Ever
I
seen that
do.
movie when he walks away with Anthony Hopkins. Anthony Hopkins walks away with
At
the
the
devil.
end of the movie, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the death rather, and he just disappears. Used to be my
Wait,
father
so you're-
disappearing into the woods.
Hold on. So your father's like me. If worst comes to worst, he'll shit behind a dumpster, go out in the woods or something like that, right?
Yeah. He goes to the woods. That's where he
Dude,
goes
I
to the
love
woods. He
your
would go
father.
to. Yeah.
Now that's a man. Let me guess. And when you're at a Italian gathering, right, during and he tells loud stories, right, and he tells the same stories each time,
Yes.
and it's more grandiose. And
Yes.
I love your father,
Yeah. No, you guys. That's why I love you, because you remind me of my father. You and Jimmy.
dude. The first thing I do, dude, when I was in high school, I played high school football, right, and I remember I had a shit so bad one time. I ran in the fucking woods and I wiped my ass with the back of the jersey like this. Like that. I wiped my ass, with the back of the jersey because there was no toilet paper. There was no leaves. It was it's wall woods. There was no fucking leaves.
So
and shit.
how did you play football with a
I
shit
tucked the
stained?
shirt in, guys would tackle me and shit.
You must have stunk.
Yeah, good thing it wasn't like a wet shit, so it wasn't bad. But there was.
Oh my! You are disgusting. You are disgusting. You
Nasty,
know that,
bro.
It's a true
Unbelievable.
Story. Sorry, it's a true story. Anyway, dude, I was a legend.
Not all true stories need to be told.
The best gummies to take for constipation. There are no gummies to take for constipation. You got to drink the Fiberlize. If you can't do that, you got to do an enema. Like Greg, tell her how to give herself an enema.
Dude, let me tell you, you want me to get one of those too? The Fleet enema.
Yeah, tell Megan Nicole how to give herself an enema.
I carry that shit sometimes if I'm going somewhere.
I know you do. You have it with you all the time.
Greg, you should set up an OnlyFans page where you administer.
Give her the formula. She can't take a crap. What she should do to
get one of those. Hold on, I'll get it. I get it. Fleet enema. Hold on.
Show just went to shit.
Yeah,
shit, literally. Yeah.
No pun. No pun.
Did you see
get Jimmy on here, please?
Did you see that 50-year-old bodybuilder that just competed with Crohn's?
Whoa, I almost fell.
Look, he's got a family pack.
Look, you buy the big pack, right?
Hold on.
Get one of those.
You get that, Greg. If I don't get the name brand, it's scratchy. Like those are scratchy. Like the
this is not scratchy.
Equate is not. That's not a name brand. That's not a name brand.
Several experts on the panel.
This is nice. This is soft and shit.
That's like 100 pack, John. He's got there.
Yeah, that'll last him at least a couple days.
Yeah, dude, you can reuse them though. You just wash it out. See, look, there.
Jeez.
You get this. Don't
reuse those.
Don't use the fluid. I dump the fluid out, right, and I clean. I wash it out with hot water, and I put warm water in there, like almost hot. You don't want to burn your asshole.
Right.
But if you fucking use really warm water.
Wait. Back up. Why do you not use the liquid it comes with?
Because that liquid, I don't know what the hell, it's like saline with fucking soap water or some shit in there. When you shoot that up there, it fucking irritates your asshole. I like to.
He knows, John. He's an expert.
That's why I'm asking. I'm asking an expert.
And look, see, it's nice and soft,
Does it come pre-lubricated?
Dave, you see the comment?
You said you reuse those. You said you reuse them.
What are you talking about?
You know what? That clip is going to go viral. Dave, clip that out. Clip this. I guarantee you will get 4 million views.
It's just sodium, Greg. It's just different kinds of sodium in the.
I know that shit to make it. I think it's made to make it fucking irritate you.
Well,
listen, he's got abrasions on the inside of his butt. He can't take salt. It irritates him.
He's got calluses.
I use hot water. You do it a few times. You fill it up like this. Shoot it right up there, bro. You'll clean that thing out hot. The doctor told me.
There you go.
High.
Megan Nicole,
now
you know.
Now you know.
You see the comment from Built to Laugh there? That's always what I thought they were for, what he said. I didn't know there was so much use in the heterosexual world for enemas, Greg.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Dude, this isn't a sexual thing. This is a necessity.
Right, I know. I get that now.
When Dave
Larry,
sees me, When Dave sees me like we're somewhere together and I have this shit in my socket, there's no water in it. I go in the bathroom and I put
Greg,
the water
do you administer that to your girl when you do the ham in the can to keep things clean?
Of course,
no,
you got to clean it out.
She's clean. First, I eat that ass like this. You gotta eat that, dude.
Wait, you eat before you do the animal? You don't clean it and then eat it?
Eats ass. I hope
that's your way of cleaning it.
He likes the taste of it. Yeah, he doesn't want to ruin the taste.
Okay.
No, if it's dirty, it's like putting a copper penny in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? We used to say, dude, if you eat a girl's ass and it's like not really like it's a little funky, it's like putting a penny in your mouth and you're like,
all right,
like
enough.
Copper.
All right, enough.
Right here,
right.
This will clean you out, Megan. Right here.
What about a tranny? Is it different than a girl?
Dude, assholes have no gender.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, let's change topics. The Species Christmas sale is going on now. 30% off at speciesnutrition.com. Use the code HOLIDAY30 on checkout. You get 30% off the entire website. You spend $70 or more, you're going to get a free bottle of Arthrolyze, the best joint repair supplement on the market. And if you spend more than $100 and you live in the continental United States, you're going to get free shipping. So 30% off the entire website. This is a huge sale, guys. It's going to go on today and tomorrow, and that's it. And then it's done. Don't cry to me that you missed it. It's while supplies last on the Arthrolyze. I'm telling you, if you guys have any joint pains whatsoever, you use this, I guarantee you will never stop using it. I'm telling you, it's the best joint repair product I've ever tried. I mean, I formulated the whole thing
myself.
My
two go-to right here.
I don't want to go into the whole science of it because it's beyond the scope of this show, but I promise you, if you have joint pain, within 2 to 3 weeks of using this, you're going to be like, I can't believe it.
Were you running low on that the last time you sent me supplements?
Why it didn't go? Did you not?
No, I only got 2 bottles, and that lasts me like 2 weeks.
What's that? That's what I.
Each bottle's supposed to last you a month.
No, it lasts about a month.
Yeah, I usually send you 2 months at a time, John.
Same thing with this.
All the other stuff. Well, you sent me a lot of stuff, but that was notably. I just thought you might be running low on it. That's.
I don't know. All right, we got another tip. Hold on. Thanks for the laughs. Been watching since the MD days. Wow, Anthony.
There you go, Anthony.
That's a 15-year
This is the highest grossing show we've ever had.
I think we're almost at $100. We might make $100.
I think we're past $100.
Gross.
No, we're not past.
I think we've made enough now to buy Greg a case of enemas.
Another case. Look, I can use it.
How many come in there?
Let me open this. I have actually an open case in there, but I grabbed this one quick.
How many come in there?
I think this is 6, but you reuse. I don't just fucking use it once. I use it. You wash it and reuse it. It's
we know.
I use it hot and high. Hot. You gotta squeeze the whole thing up your ass and high, and you don't go from behind. You lift your. Dude, when I wipe my ass, I don't go with toilet paper behind like that. You fucking lift your balls up, right, and you go from back forward.
Don't you know you're not supposed to wipe from the front, from the back front?
That's only girls.
No, girls.
That's women.
We don't know who John. We don't know who he's with, so we don't know what's going on.
Girls can't go from the back forward, but us guys just lift up the ballinis.
No, because you're wiping. Hold on, you're wiping the poops. You're wiping the poops onto your balls. Exactly. Why would you want to do that?
Dude,
shitty balls.
Wait a minute, hold on. If you fill this up after you're done using it up to fucking like this, you put hot water in it, and it's a bidet. You just stand there and you shoot it, wash your ass.
Who the hell wants to take 20 minutes to clean myself? Why can't you just wipe your butt like a normal person and take a baby wipe?
Dave, my ass is so clean after this, you can eat off it. You can eat off my asshole if you want to. It's that.
For the record, if you're using Fiberlize, you should have the cleanest bowel movement ever.
Dude, not for nothing.
And I want to hold on, guys. I want to stand by this. I had a colonoscopy about a month ago before Thanksgiving. I had.
I know. I was there. I gave it to you.
I was passed out. I had 4 polyps removed. They were non-cancerous, but I had diverticulitis, and they told me that I needed to taking fiber. I asked Dave, please send me some Fiberlize, and I just want you guys to know it's made a life-changing difference for me. I really joke about this because it's unbelievable. It's day and night. I was in pain in the mornings. That's why I went and got the colonoscopy.
You'll never have hemorrhoids if you use the fiber. I tell people that.
I had hemorrhoids. They're gone now. Dave, honestly, man, that Fiberlize has made a tremendous difference in my health.
Thank you.
And I do want other people to know, if you have diverticulitis, Start with 1 serving, eventually get to 2. It'll change your life. It really will. It's
Is
really
it diverticulitis or diverticulosis?
I have diverticulosis. Sorry, you're right.
What's the
I
difference?
had a client the other day. He was
One's just irritation.
He was backed up. I'm like, "Are you not using your fiber? Are you not using your fiber?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, you're fibrillized, right?" He's like, "No, Metamucil." I'm like, "Why are you using Metamucil? That's why you're backed up." I'm like,
Yeah,
like, "Well,
doesn't
fibrillized
work.
is too expensive." I'm like, "It's not expensive." I'm like, "You get what you pay for. Metamucil's horrible."
People waste so much money. I can't even believe it. You know, on the stupidest things, and then they'll skimp on their health. It's
Right.
You know what's funny though?
Metamucil is terrible.
My shits are like rubber fucking from this. This is so good. It really is. Do you know?
I was having a discussion. I was having a discussion with someone about Amazon Prime, and they were telling me, and this person makes good money, and they were telling me how they use their sister's account, and there's like 14 people on the same account. And now I guess Amazon Prime is they somehow have a validation thing, like they know if more than one person's using the account. I said, how cheap can you be? I said, how many items do you think you buy a year on Amazon? I said, 300-400. She's like, at least. I said, well, amortize that over the course. What is it, $99 for Amazon Prime? That's like a quarter for every order that you have. How could you not? How can you think that that's not something that's worth spending $100 on? Plus, you get Amazon Prime. You can watch all the movies too for free. So I don't know what people are so cheap.
Yeah.
People are so cheap on the stupidest things, and then they'll go waste money on. They'll spend $20 on getting a burger and fries.
It's not like a Netflix code where you could just share it. I mean, come on, Amazon Prime. You know, you got to have your own.
No, what I'm saying is people waste money. The reason I wouldn't share mine is because I want all my things recommended to me. I don't want to know what Greg's enemas recommended to me. I want just the stuff that I buy.
$4.99 right here.
Can you imagine his Amazon account, John? What it must be? It's enemas, anal lube. What else is it? You know.
Dude, I go right to
toilet. He probably buys toilet paper by the case.
The best thing is if you don't go. Wait, listen, you get this shit, right? And then you don't go to the your self-checkout. The lady fucking checks you out and she's like, holy fuck, big thing of enemas. What are you guys doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when you're every 3 days.
Only you and P. Diddy have 400 bottles.
Right? I'm serious, right? I know. It's nuts.
So baby oil and enemas. These guys. P. Diddy.
Dave, you might be on this. So I might use baby oil now in this.
What? What?
You can make
you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You don't have to lube up.
Greg, I think you should do that, and then report back next week.
Larry, I'm going to come over. I'll give you an enema. We'll do enemas together.
I can't even do those things.
They're auctioning off P. Diddy's supply of lube. You might want to get a good deal. Maybe your girlfriend, you can sell it on eBay.
No, I can't do them. I actually, when I had to go in for a scope, they gave me those and they told me to try to do it, and like I couldn't do it, and then I can't get it in there. I went the next morning early to the place.
Merry Christmas for me.
I couldn't do it.
That was funny.
The nurse is like, "Here, I'll do it for you," and she's literally like, I felt like I was getting butt raped with the damn thing.
That's Greg's dream. He fantasizes.
You kidding? Greg would be there every hour if that was.
I'd be like, can I get another enema, please?
Thank you, by the way, to Ian, $10.
Yeah, Ian. Thank you, Ian.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Ian.
Rewatched After Hours from early this year when there was drama. Love how Jimmy can pronounce various pastas, cheeses, deli meats, but can't pronounce the name Armand.
It's not, let me stand up for Jimmy there.
Everybody mispronounced my name. Armin, Armand,
Armin. It's not that. It's not that. It's because we have a mean and we have Armin.
That's right.
In Jimmy's brain does not separate the two, so it's Armin.
Right.
For both of you, you're Armin and you're Armin. And he means it like it's your real name. He just can't do it because his names are too close.
That's true.
Is he coming on, Dave? What's going on with Jimmy?
I'm trying to get him right now. I've been the whole show. I've been trying. He promised me he was going to do it.
Answer.
Greg, did you text Jimmy?
I'll call him.
I told him. I said, pull over and just do it,
man. It's Christmas.
You want me to go call him right now?
Yes, get him on the show. We've been waiting all this whole time.
I want to show you guys some clips. These clips that Jimmy sent me that some fans sent him. Hold on.
Call him while he does the clips, Greg.
Did you guys see the clip I sent you of fucking Kai Green and drag? That was
Oh
crazy.
my God.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah,
That was pretty. I sent it to Mark Lobliner. He was like, "What the fuck did I just watch? What is that?" I mean, even Johnny Bravo was saying the same shit. It was like crazy. I couldn't believe that, and he was all like liking that.
Why would you
shit,
send it
too.
to Mark? Mark's such a douche.
Who? Oh, I
because
know.
Greg loves everyone.
I get along with
Everyone's a good guy.
I love everybody.
Mark's
I
such a loser,
love
man.
everybody.
Hold on.
Hold on. Anybody need help? I'll help you out.
Oh, I'm going to play this thing. Hold on.
If you live
OnlyFans
closer,
page,
I would
Greg.
help
You're
you.
gonna
I would
clean
do it
house.
for
I'll manage it.
Hold on. I go.
you. Dave, I'll call, you want to call
This
Jimmy?
is Jimmy.
Like,
Hold on. I was going to play this with Jimmy on the show, but he's not here. I'm playing it anyway. Jimmy going to Taco Bell. All right. Hold on. You ready?
I go to fucking Taco Bell the next day, right? I'm sitting in Taco Bell. I felt like having a fucking stuffed taco burrito, right? I'm sitting there eating. All of a sudden, this guy comes up behind me. He says, "Yo, man, you got any money?" I said, I turn around. I go, "What? Are you soliciting me inside Taco Bell? Are you out of your fucking mind?" Because I just need a few dollars. I don't give a shit. I said, "Tell you what, motherfucker, I'll take you up to the counter and I'll buy you a burrito, motherfucker. That's all I'm gonna give you. You got a burrito or get the fuck away from me right now." I got a question. He ran out of gas. He ran out of gas. The guy gets out of the building. He takes off on his bicycle. What gas, motherfucker? What gas, you cocksucker? He gave me a dirty look. He went by the window because I was sitting by the front way. He's pedaled by the front and looked at me. I looked at him too. I went like this and fuck you too. Wait, I got a question. I go to Taco Bell. I felt like having a fucking soft taco burrito, right? All of a sudden, this guy.
I gotta call him.
This is a repeat. They put it on repeat. Yeah.
Why is George holding a mop?
Who the hell knows?
No one can explain George.
How is he?
He told me he's going to be coming back on the show. I got one more Jimmy clip.
Is he going to be on the show? It's George.
Here's another Jimmy clip. That's what Jeremy.
It's a kit. It's a kit. So we're gonna do it right here, and we're gonna pour the mold, and you're gonna stick it on your.
Who's gonna do it?
Jeremy's gonna do it. Yeah.
God, I'm not gonna do it.
It was a mold for Jimmy to mold his
do it right in the
penis.
studio here.
All right, bring it here. We'll see what happens.
All right.
Make your own
Do
willy,
you
right?
want a dildo, a vibrator, or do you want your penis into a candle? Candle.
I want a fucking candle. What are they gonna do? A seance with my cock? Whatever you want to do. I want a dildo. This way I can fucking multi-market it online.
There's three colors. There's Caucasian, there's brown, there's chocolate. What do you want?
I'm gonna do brown for Sicilian. I'm gonna fucking put it on Dave's site, and I'm gonna sell the fucking.
We'll sell it on RX Muscle.
Jimmy the Bull's cock. You could fucking order it online.
I bet you.
Fucking
And
order.
how much?
Plenty of rubber and elastic.
How many percent you want of the sales?
And we got the heavy veins in there too. We're gonna cast that.
It's a kit. It's a kit. So we're gonna do it right here, and we're gonna pour the mold, and you're gonna stick it on your.
Who's gonna do
They
it?
keep this guy's got it on repeat. All
Yeah,
right,
it's
so that was-
repeating.
Yeah. So these are what else? There was another one he did. There was another clip he sent me.
The best ever is him describing that encounter at the DMV when he was stomping the guy.
I know.
God,
But it
that
was
was the
hysterical.
funniest story ever. That he couldn't get he was getting frustrated because he couldn't get a good stomp.
Couldn't get a good stomp on him. Yeah, right. Hold on, I got one more good one. He sent me. Larry, what are you doing for Christmas? You doing anything? Greg's obviously in the process of getting himself an
This is a
enema.
weird one for me. Yesterday was 1 year anniversary of my mother's death. So
sorry to hear that. Yeah.
So we had a memorial, and it's just a weird thing because she was the one that like brought everybody together.
Right.
Now everybody's doing their own kind of thing.
Yeah, it's sad when that happens. My mom was like that too 10 years ago. So once that happens, it's like
family changes.
Yeah.
I got to mute Greg. He's
Greg's supposedly calling Jimmy right now.
Yeah, suppose. All right, hold on. I got one more clip. Hold on, I'm going to play. All right, hold on. Put this on here.
I register it for
when you would work out in the gym and do your 600-pound skull crushes, and people would say these are shit reps because you're doing partial reps.
Well, fuck them.
Weren't you able to mentally feel the muscle working even though the range rep was very short?
Did I feel it in the muscle?
Yeah,
absolutely. I had no choice.
Right, because you had a mind-muscle connection.
Plus, it was 600 fucking pounds, motherfucker. Even though I was doing a partial rep, the fucking tricep, the whole 3 heads was getting.
But you
trained.
had a
I had
strategy.
no fucking choice.
I think
it was either that or the goddamn elbow snapped in half. So fuck you, okay? How's that?
The most impressive thing I saw you do was
I'm
take.
sick of this shit with this partial rep bullshit. What the fuck is this?
I didn't say.
What
I'm
am I
just saying.
fucking Disney fucking land? 30 years I'm doing that fucking shit. I register it for
When you would work out in the gym and do your 600-pound skull crushes, and people would.
Okay. Anyway, that's. Hold on, Greg. I have you on mute. What were you saying, Greg?
I just talked to him. Okay.
Yeah.
He said he's sorry. He's really sick. You could hear in his voice. He has a
Oh
bad
my
bronchitis.
God.
He's like he said, I'm telling them guys, I'm sorry. I'll be on next week. I'm really sick. He said
He's faking.
He didn't even go to work today. So he's
faking. He's faking it.
Nah, he's not faking. I can hear it in his voice.
Yeah, but normally Jimmy would come on all sick because you get the sympathy, which he loves.
Yes, yeah, he's faking. He's probably in the truck somewhere.
I swear he's not faking. He's not fake. I swear to God, he's not. I could hear as soon as I called him. I could tell. He said,
"Get well, Jimmy."
He didn't even.
If he was sick, Greg, he would be at the VA right now. So
no,
I know that's how I know he's not.
He's probably already went.
He's going to the pharmacy right in about 20 minutes. He said, but he said I've been sleeping. I could tell. I woke him up. He's like, you know what I mean? His voice is shot. It's in his voice. You can hear it. He said I'm congested in the lungs and everything. But he said I will be back. Tell those guys I'm coming back. He goes, I'm really sorry.
Sid thinks that Jimmy is sick. All right. Well,
I don't doubt that he's sick. I just doubt that he's seriously sick enough, because if he was, he'd come on here and get the sympathy because he loves that.
No,
yeah, usually he does that. Yeah, usually he does.
Yeah, but you know what?
Right,
when
John.
you're really sick, I could tell he's really sick. So no, I don't think he's in the mood for fucking around. You know what I mean? Like, he's sick.
If it's in his voice, maybe he's not going to be.
He'll make a pot of sauce today and be fine.
He wasn't faking.
So what are you, Greg? What are you doing for Christmas? Are you having your family over, or what are you doing?
Yeah, the kids, all my nieces, everybody, because I raise nieces too. So everybody comes over here. Yeah.
So who cooks? Who cooks? You cook?
Yeah,
what do you
dude,
cook?
I'm a really good cook.
What do you make?
What happened?
What do you make for Christmas?
I mean, I cook everything. No, it depends. Like I can do everything.
Give us the menu. Give us the menu. If we were going to come to your house, what would we get?
Chicken parm is like the fucking big thing over here. When you're Guinea, everybody eats chicken parm, so I make chicken parm, and I make them badass. You know what I mean? So we'll have chicken parm. The kids, they don't like I'll make throw a roast in the oven. Nobody likes turkey and shit. All the girls like, I don't know turkey. You know what I mean? So we'll throw a roast in the oven. I eat I make the roasted potatoes, with the roast, because that's what they like. I make for the kids, and then
you're not making pasta? No pasta,
dude. How can you have what? Guinea?
Of course.
What Guinea? Come on. What would your father say? He'd smack you.
You can't eat it because you're diabetic, but everybody else can.
Wait a minute. Since when is Greg diabetic?
Just recently, I heard.
It's good for the goal. Uh-oh. I see Lee here. Lee here.
Hey. He's up.
I saved it. Now I got the Lee Priest leftovers. What he didn't finish. Now
that's right.
The bolognese. Anybody come over to this house, you're getting the Lee Priest leftovers. My boy Lee. But no, so of course you have pasta. You always got to. Matter of fact, the girls also make they all like the penny alla vodka. That's the thing with young kids today. Us guineas. I like regular. I like.
Do you make your own sauce, or do you use a jarred sauce?
Jar.
Jarred.
He's gonna have a meltdown now.
Tell him, John.
All right, so hold on. The reason I ask you, the reason I ask you is I want to know what your recipe is. Give us your recipe, and John's going to evaluate whether it's a real recipe or not.
I don't really throw garlic in there. You know what I mean?
So what do you do?
I put puree in it. I put you started with pureed tomatoes. The canned pureed tomatoes, right?
Parmesan or
a little Barjanagal, basil, right? Throw a little bit of that. I got to throw I throw grated cheese in there. The biggest, the secret ingredient in any really good Guinea gravy, we call it gravy over here. Okay, I would throw the meat in there. I cook the meatballs and I throw them in there. And I boil sausage. The key with sausage, you got to boil that shit for 2-3 hours, just so almost ready to break apart. You throw that in there,
Oh, is that the key to making it soft? Okay.
I'll even throw a rib or two, couple ribs in there, which a little pork's got to always go in a gravy, right? Or stuff like that. And you let it boil like over time, and the meat flavors the sauce.
How many hours do you boil the sauce for with all that stuff in there?
I let it sit for a while, but really low though, really on low.
So the taste is coming mostly from the meats that you're putting in there. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. But he also
Greg, hold on. You got to boil the sausage for how long? Because I
boil the sausage. You know what I mean? If you get regular sausage, right? You get it from the grocery store. Throw that shit in the water. Let it boil for like 2-3 hours. You think I'm kidding you? At the end, you won't believe the sausage almost breaks apart. Okay,
that's the thing. It's chewy if you don't do that.
Rubbery. If you just
it's chewy. It's right.
No, I almost called you Army. I mean, like. I mean, listen to me. You gotta let it boil for long, boil it long, like 2-3 hours at least, 3 hours.
Nice.
The longer, but you will be like, holy shit! Oh my God,
that's 3 hours boiling in water by itself, and then you
don't hard boil it. Once it Put the lid on there. Just let it. You almost like slow cook it. Just let it cook for a long time. John,
and then you mix it up with the beef, and then you put it in the sauce, so it all cooks together for another 4 hours.
Once it's all soft, it goes in the gravy. But that's what flavors the gravy. You know, for my family, that's what we always.
Yeah, that sounds like Roger Stone used to cook for me, and he would make it like that. That's how he would do it.
Every family
and everything.
John, what do you do? Like, don't you do the meat too in the gravy?
It's different sauces. I mean, like the marinara sauce is just basil, garlic, olive oil, and tomatoes.
Right.
That's a quick 10-minute sauce. The meat sauce, like I take them if I'm going to do like meatballs, sausage, and some pork ribs. I brown that meat first in the pot, and then there's a little bit of grease left from that. I put the minced onion in there, and then cook that till it's almost gone. Then I put in the tomatoes, the tomato paste, basil, salt, pepper. And then get that to go into a boil. Then I put all that meat and the juice back in, and I turn the heat all the way down and let that simmer for 4 or 5 hours, and that's it.
John and I do the same thing, except I don't like garlic. None of the people here.
No, I don't put garlic in that sauce. I put garlic in the marinara sauce. The meat sauce.
No garlic. We don't eat garlic.
You want it a little bit sweet.
But the real Italians do all fish today, right? The fish is Christmas Eve.
No, that's Christmas Eve. Yeah.
Well, today's Christmas Eve.
Right, you're right.
Unless there's hair on that fish, I'm not eating it.
Yeah, but we do shellfish.
Is that a herring?
I'll eat tuna fish. Tuna fish with mayo. That's it. I'm not eating no fucking. I can't. I used to eat. Dude, I used to catch sunnies and eat them fucking things. I would eat.
Well, how come you don't eat fish? Why don't you eat fish?
You know what it is? After a while, it was like making me not to smell and shit. I don't know. I just can't. And my girlfriend's highly allergic to it, so she actually has an EpiPen that she has always in her pocket.
Oh well, that's a good reason.
And you got to be careful too, because anything that touches fish, it's really bad. It's Christmas Day. Sam is on his way. Greg's.
I think he meant Santa. Did he mean Santa?
I need a lawn statue. I need another one. My boy Lee. Lee, what did people do in Australia? Did they go to like the beach on Christmas? Because it's over there, where Lee is. It's fucking like 89. I talked to Lee on. He was on. I don't remember. What did we talk on that video? Whatever that video chat shit is. And he was out there. His wife was on the pond working and shit. It's like, it's December. And I'm like, Lee, what do you, and he's like showing her shit at the pond. He's like,
they have the opposite seasons, Greg. It's summer for them there.
Yeah. I'm like, July's his winter. And I'm like, holy shit. That's amazing. I want to know if they meet.
Beach barbecue is doing.
Raised kangaroo. If they take kangaroo meat and throw it in the thing.
It's going to be 100 degrees.
Yes, not a boy, Lee.
Family fights. Good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah.
Well, go see Lee's new documentary.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a fucking phenomenal documentary.
Did you see it?
What's it playing on?
As soon as it came out,
Rebel with a Cause. It's called Rebel with a Cause.
I love it.
It was one of the best. I think it's one of the best bodybuilding documentaries I've ever seen.
It's great. And you know what? Lee's personality comes out. Plus, people don't realize when you see his fucking condition, because Jay Cutler's in there talking about it. And Jay's even like, Lee looked amazing. I mean, he stands there with all these giant guys and he's, He
was so big, he was round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked like
There
a
it is.
ball.
There he is.
I remember the first day I saw him in Gold's Gym. He was like what, 19 probably.
That's uncorruptedly
One
right
of the
there.
best arms in the history of bodybuilding too. The guy's arms are just absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, but look, that his grandmother and his grandfather were his inspirations.
He did couples pairs
with his mother,
mom.
right?
With his mom, yeah.
Yep.
Too bad he's such a nasty drunk, right?
Oh,
what a great physique, but he's a nasty drunk. Yeah.
Right.
oh, I'm not saying a word. You're in trouble now. You're in trouble.
No,
Look
we
at
saw him in
the-
action.
Look at that.
They tried to get me to interview for that, but the guy couldn't. We couldn't get it together.
I'm actually in the special a lot. They took a lot of stuff with me. So.
Yeah,
Lee Priest is one of the only people that could do Sergio Olivo's myth pose and pull it off. Really,
he doesn't drink, John, but he drinks 8 Long Island iced teas in one day.
When
he does drink.
Sitting.
so hard.
I love you, Lee. Go see Lee's. Go see this. It really is worth it. I don't know where can people.
You can order it on his Instagram.
Oh, okay. All right. You go on his
There's a
Instagram.
link.
I'm telling you, it's terrific. It's
Like
really
it
good.
is.
It's long too. I'm shocked how long it was, but it wasn't.
does.
It didn't
But
feel
It was
long.
very
didn't feel long.
quality, Dave. For bodybuilding documentaries, that was a quality documentary.
This guy's great. Who does it? The guy who did it is professional.
Yeah, he's really
Look
good.
at Lee there. He was 19 years old.
This is
Posing with his mom.
His mom.
So this Paul Dillette.
Yep.
Yeah, Paul Dillette was on
His
it.
illegitimate father.
Paul looks like Reggie Jackson from the 70s now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, he does. With the sunglasses like that, too. Yes.
Yeah,
Good,
yeah.
good call on that one.
Lee said, "I hope your dog's doing well, Larry." He's sending some regards.
Thanks, I
know.
appreciate it, Lee.
Yeah,
Me
yeah,
too, bro.
Yeah.
What's the matter? His dog sick?
yeah. He's got cancer.
He's got
Oh, I'm
cancer.
sorry, Larry. Oh, shit,
Oh.
man. That sucks.
Yeah, yeah. But
He's got 4 to 6 months, maybe.
we'll say a prayer
That
for him
sucks.
on Christmas,
Yeah.
guys. We're out of time now, but I want to just tell everyone out there that thanks for the support over the years. And appreciate the tips. I hope you guys have a great holiday plan. If you don't celebrate Christmas, at least do something special. Go eat at at an Asian restaurant because they're all open on Christmas. Thank
No,
God.
go to Italian.
Asian.
My 2 best friends right here, Fiberlize. And they go
the small
together.
things in life that make Greg very happy, John. It's a
Dave,
pleasure.
this gives me a great business idea. You ought to make the Greg Valentino Digestive Plus pack, and you get
like probiotic, enema,
right? Here's
and
my
fiber.
exactly probiotic, enema, and a fiber.
Maybe we can put some vitamins in the enema pack, John.
Maybe
so that when
you can dissolve the Fiberlize
John,
in
you
the
forgot
enema,
the
and you can
instructional
just do it
videos.
all in
John's
one
onto
shot.
something. How about
John, the instructional video is the biggest part of it.
Dave, why can't we get like a really look? It's green too. Look, it's green.
watch out, Greg might steal your Santa Claus off your lawn. Lee's right because
Greg,
they'll
just
sell them on
dissolve-
eBay.
just dissolve the Fiberlize in there, and then you can get
Hey,
everything in one shot.
John, I might try that, John.
Don't forget the sale on
I'm
Species
gonna make a
Nutrition
statue.
today
I'm
and
gonna make a
tomorrow.
statue.
You got to do it fast because it turns to like Jello
Yes,
really quick.
yes.
You
I
got
know.
to shake it up and do it quick.
Dude, I shit
Holiday
rubber
30
strips
for
after
30% off the entire Species Nutrition website, guys. Get a free Arthrolyze. If you spend $70 or more, it's free shipping on orders over $100. Guys, I love you. Merry
love you,
Christmas. Have a great
Merry
holiday. If you don't
Merry
celebrate,
Christmas, y'all.
I'll see you for
I
the
love
New
everybody.
Year's Eve show next week's same. We're doing it on New Year's Eve too. That's perfect.
Yep, we
Perfect
are.
timing.
Shit.
Yep.
So, and it'll actually be New Year's for Lee. Maybe we'll get Lee
Yeah.
on. Lee, you want to come on next week's show with us?
Come on.
Yes, Lee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on,
Where
Lee.
is
Because people think that him and I are not getting along, but we actually are.
And if Jimmy's
No,
feeling
I
better,
told
we'll
him.
have him on too.
I'm just
right?
going through a divorce. That's all. Where can I
Yeah.
see the documentary, guys? You got to go on Lee's Instagram. You can get the link there. So Vimeo. Yeah, Vimeo. Sorry.
Vimeo.
Okay.
Vimeo,
All right.
Vimeo.
Merry
All right.
Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
Merry
We'll see you guys
Christmas.
next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Buona notte.